welcome to Poor David's Pub and PDP TV. We are featuring tonight Dan Roark, and it is our 16th. 17th? You
gotta count trolls.
Oh, yeah, that's right, 17th. So, okay, it's our 17th live stream event, and we're getting pretty good at it. We think we get positive feedback from the artists and from the people watching, and from other artists watching who haven't played on the stage. So we think we're keeping up with the times. You know, here during the pandemic, this is about what we've got for the time being, and. While we do these live streamings here at Poor David's, every once in a while we invite guests, and we make sure that the guests have their masks on, that they social distance quite well, and that they contribute to the cause, which is Poor David's Pub and the artist, and it seems to be working out pretty well. As we mentioned before, it was our 17th. Tonight is our 17th show. The 18th show will be coming up with Patrice Pike on December the 12th. We'll start at 7 o'clock as well. And our 19th show will be with Shake Russell. Shake Russell coming back. What? Shake Russell coming back for on December the 18th, and that promises to be a fun show as well. So Patrice Pike and Shake Russell, Patrice on the 12th, Shake on the 18th. Now we do have two events coming up that we hope to project through Zoom platform. One is the Monday before Christmas. We will have a sort of a Christmassy virtual open mic through Rob and Linda Case's virtual open mic page, and then through the same Zoom platform, we intend to have a Poor David's Pub Christmas party, where everyone, up to maybe 40, 50 people can tune in, and we can wish each other a Merry Christmas, and we'll have, assorted entertainers on that one as well. So. Those are the events coming up in the near future. God knows, and He's not speaking, what 2021 will bring. So yes, and these particular live streamings, well, we support them by your donations. We thank you all very much. Donations can be made to PayPal, David at poordavidspub.com. That's screened along the bottom of your screen. And Venmo is David-card-12. Venmo, David-card-12. So much. Let's get on with the artist for tonight. I mean, Mr. Roark is going to preview his latest album. And also, he's going to combine it with John Prine songs. So we're going to have a song by Dan, a song by John, a song by Dan, a song by John, and ad infinitum until he's done. And he'll be done whenever he gets through his list. So, Dan was very helpful to us on our open mic. He played frequently. He would substitute for Mr. Troll every once in a while when Troll was unavailable to work. And he also played on Mr. Troll's a memorial service that we had out back. He's he's dear to my heart because he's written a song called Down at Poor David's Pub. Is that the title of it?
Poor David's Pub is the name of it.
Poor David's Pub is the name of it. And, well, that just tickles the cockles of my heart. So without further ado, without any more yada, yada, yabba, yabba, yak, yak, yak from me,
Yak, yak, yak.
that's all the yak I got. Let's welcome to the stage, Dan Roark. Yay!
Thanks, everybody. And all those out there in YouTube sphere. So yeah, I'm gonna start swapping songs with John Prine, but I'm playing both parts. And I'd like to start out with a song that I wrote for those on the autism spectrum. Watched several kids grow up, and they're in high school and college now on the spectrum, and it's a wide spectrum. It's all over the place. And a friend of ours had a daughter who was low functioning, and I saw some of her fits, I guess you call them. I don't know what you call them. They got really bad. I asked him later, I said, well, how's she doing? And he said, you know, I would really like to get inside her head so I would know what's going on in there so I could possibly help. And so I wrote this song. Hello out there. Look into my eyes and see a shining crystal spirit. To see me is not to know me. I'm on the inside looking out. I'm frustrated, then elated, but I don't know what that means. Sometimes it seems just like my mind is busting at the seams. Hello out there, it's a mess in here, and sometimes it's out of control. But I'm reaching out, if you could hear me shout that I really have a beautiful soul. I hear what you are saying, but I don't understand. I'd rather get a hug from you or just a pat of your hand. And sometimes I don't have a clue, 'cause I can't figure out what emotions I am feeling. Is it fear, pain, joy, sadness, doubt? Hello out there, it's a mess in here, and sometimes it's out of control. But I'm reaching out, if you could hear me shout that I really have a beautiful soul. I'd rather run a race with myself than sit and talk to you. It helps me to focus on what calms me down, though I can't explain it in truth. Sometimes a sound or emotion can cause a reaction when my brain loses traction. I can't live like you, so I don't even try. I wish you knew how I felt inside. Hello out there, it's a mess in here, and sometimes it's out of control. But I'm reaching out, if you could hear me shout that I really have a beautiful soul. Yes, I'm reaching out. If you could hear me shout that I really have a beautiful soul. Thank you. When I wrote that song, some songs just come out so easy that you figure, well, oh crap, did I get that from somewhere? And thought about the song, Hello Out There, and I thought, holy crap. So I went and got my John Prine songbook. Oh, thank God, it's Hello in there. So he's got it, Hello in there, and I've got Hello Out There. That works for me. We had an apartment in the city. Me and Loretta like living there. It's been years since the kids have grown a life of their own and left us alone. John and Linda live in Omaha. Joe is somewhere on the road. We lost Davy in the Korean War. Still don't know what for. Doesn't matter anymore. You know that old trees just grow stronger, and old rivers grow wilder every day, and old people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there, hello. Me and Loretta, we don't talk much more. She sits and stares at the back door screen, and all the news just repeats itself like some forgotten dream that we've both seen. Someday I'll go and call up Rudy. We work together at the factory. What'll I say if he asks what's new? Nothing much, what's with you? Nothing much to do. You know that old trees just grow stronger, and old rivers grow wilder every day, and old people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there, hello. So if you're walking down the street sometime, you spot some hollow ancient eyes, please don't just pass them by and stare as if you didn't care. Say hello in there, hello. Thank you.
John would have been proud, everybody. John would have been proud.
This is my televangelist protest song. This is on the new album. Actually, it's a new album, but it's a remastering of the last recording that my music partner Joel Nichols and I recorded back in the 90s before he passed away in 99. And then I'm adding a couple songs that we'll get to in a minute. But this is my televangelist protest song because, and it's dedicated to Pat Robertson and the 700 Club because I don't understand. I don't understand the people that say, well, if you send in $1, we'll pray for you. If you send in $5, we'll pray harder. But if you send in a 20, your prayers will be answered. You can't tell me that. 6 days God created the earth, on the seventh day he did rest. And on the eighth day he decided to put the whole world to a test. So he bought 45 minutes of every hour of commercial space on TV. And instead of staying local, he advertised nationally. Well, some men then they took over and they carried it away. I don't think he'd be too happy at the shape it's in today. And it's buy one guide, you get one free. Comes with a lifetime guarantee. Extra $5 to get you a pass right straight through eternity. They got all kinds of ways up to heaven, a one-way ticket and a round-trip fare. But I still say it's what you do down here that helps you get up there. They bring people in from all over to give the testimonials about the Lord. But all it seems to do to me is make me awful bored. Well, now I mean this facetiously, I'm not taking his name in vain. But the reason for those TV shows just doesn't seem too plain. And it's buy one guide, you get one free. Comes with a lifetime guarantee. Extra $5 to get you a pass right straight through eternity. They got all kinds of ways up to heaven, a one-way ticket and a round-trip fare. But I still say it's what you do down here that helps you get up there. Well, I watched that show this morning. They said praise the Lord and pass the plate. But I couldn't put any money in, I had to save it for my date. Now I ain't saying that ain't awful, I'm not saying it's not a sin. But tonight I'm gonna be closer to the Lord than I think I've ever been. And it's buy one guide, you get one free. Comes with a lifetime guarantee. Extra $5 to get you a pass right straight through eternity. They got all kinds of ways up to heaven, a one-way ticket and a round-trip fare. But I still say it's what you do down here that helps you get up there. Now, when I first wrote this song, that was the last verse. It was also my favorite verse. But thing moves on, and they kept doing stupid things, and Swaggart and Tilton, our own Tilton and Farmers Branch, I think he's doing it again in Florida now. So I had to write another verse. Well, now Jimmy's in jail, Tammy's doing her nails, Pat didn't make president. The Swaggart's a braggart, he really didn't enter, and Oral is all spent. They were all there at the Last Supper, and they passed the potato plate. The TV evangelist asked for seconds, and he said, "You'll just have to wait." And it's buy one guide, you get one free. Comes with a lifetime guarantee. Extra $5 to get you a pass right straight to eternity. They got all kinds of ways up to heaven, a one-way ticket and a round-trip fare. But I still say it's what you do down here that helps you get up there. Then came Waco, another verse. When it comes to evangelism, well, we don't know who to trust. They put their faith in a man in Waco, and their lives just ain't worth dust. It's a simple fact of the matter, if you want to climb that ladder, don't put your faith into one man, it's the Lord that you've got to trust. And it's buy one guide, you get one free. Comes with a lifetime guarantee. Extra $5 to get you a pass right straight to eternity. They got all kinds of ways up to heaven, a one-way ticket and a round-trip fare. But I still say it's what you do down here that helps you get up there. Yeah, I still say it's what you do down here that helps you get up there. Thank you. By one God.
Hallelujah, brother, hallelujah.
Pass the plate.
We got big kisses from Dallas. Don't know who, but his big sets of lips are flying across the screen.
Okay, in this song, John used to say that he was on a plane in Italy, and he picked up the only newspaper that was there that was in English, and he turned the page, and there was Dear Abby. So he wrote her a song. Dear Abby, my fountain pen leaks. Why my father's at me and my kids are all freaks. My friends, they all tell me I have no friends at all. Won't you write me a letter? Won't you give me a call? Signed, unhappy. Well, unhappy, you have no complaints. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's falling out and my rights are all wrong. Every side I get up on is the wrong side of bed. If it weren't so expensive, I'd wish I were dead. Signed, bewildered. Or bewildered, you have no complaints. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Dear Abby, you won't believe this, but my stomach makes noises whenever I kiss. My girlfriend tells me it's all in my head, but my stomach tells me to write you instead. Sign, noisemaker. Well, noisemaker, you have no complaints. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Dear Abby, well, I never thought that me and my girlfriend would ever get caught. We were sitting in the backseat just shooting the breeze, with her hair up in curlers and her pants to her knees. Signed, just married. Well, just married, you have no complaints. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Sign, Dear Abby. Thank you. Okay. Well, shh. Okay. You do what you have to do. There we go. This is the one that it's on the new album, but I recorded it when I did my Chasing After Wind CD, but it didn't get on the CD. And Joel and I played it when he was alive, so I thought I would include it in this album. like a ship out on the sea. Someone ain't satisfied, it ain't the way they thought it'd be. Well, I think I'm going sailing, going far out on that sea. It's the only place I know where I can be as free as I wanna be. Long time ago we said aloha, then you had to leave, what could I say? I never thought that we'd hit bottom, but we did, now it's anchors away. Well, here I am again, and I'm talking to you with no one around to hear my screaming. Well, I guess I'll always be a lonely man who wants to be free. All I really needed was a little woman's love. Long time ago we said aloha. Now that. Then you had to leave, what could I say? I never thought that we'd hit bottom, but we did, now it's anchors away. I guess that I'll just say goodbye now and ride off alone into the sunset. Well, that's the way it's always been. Anti-heroes never win. They get too big a thrill out of losing. Long time ago we said aloha, then you had to leave, what could I say? I never thought that we'd hit bottom, but we did, now it's anchors away. I never thought that we'd hit bottom, but we did, now it's anchors away. Thank you. Water on that one. Yes. Oh, yes, I will. I'll do that right now. As a matter of fact, thank you for that. That was the plan. Wake up. Let me start with this one. There we go. Wake your butt up. after that. After the capo. Okay. Okay. Speaking of capo. All right. Grandpa wore a brown necktie. Grandpa wore a suit and tie nearly every day. No particular reason, he just dressed that way. Excuse me, folks, let me try that again. Grandpa wore a suit and tie nearly every day. No particular reason, he just dressed that way. Brown necktie, matching vest, both in wingtip shoes. Built a closet on our back porch, put a penny in a burned out fuse. Grandpa was a carpenter, he built houses, stores, and banks. Chain smoked camels, cigarettes, hammered nails and planks. He was leveled on the level, shaved even every door. Voted for Eisenhower, 'cause Lincoln won the war. Well, Grandpa's read me on the saddle, rocked me on his knee. Let me listen to the radio before they got TV. Well, he'd drive to church on Sunday, and he'd take me with him too. Stained glass in every window, hearing aid in every pew. Grandpa was a carpenter, he built houses, stores, and banks. Chain smoked camels, cigarettes, hammered nails and planks. He was level on the level, shaved even every door. Voted for Eisenhower, 'cause Lincoln won the war. Well, Grandma was a teacher, went to school in Bowling Green. Traded in a milking cow for a Singer sewing machine. Well, she called her husband Mister, and she walked real tall with pride. Used to buy me comic books after Grandpa died. Grandpa was a carpenter, he built houses, stores, and banks. Chain smoked camels, cigarettes, hammered nails and planks. He was level on the level, shaved even every door. Voted for Eisenhower, 'cause Lincoln won the war. Voted for Eisenhower, 'cause Lincoln won the war. Thank you. And it's time for the first plug. Please donate. It goes to Port Davis Pub to keep the doors open. We like to have a place to play when this is all over. And that applies to a lot of venues, but right now we're concerned about Port Davis Pub. You can donate PayPal, David at portdavispub.com, Venmo, David-card-12, and by check, make the check out to Port Davis Pub to 1313 South Lamar, Dallas, Texas, 75215, and we appreciate your support, please. Yes.
We have an official guarantee of getting into heaven sooner if it's $20 or above.
Okay. $20 or above, we all get a chance to get to heaven sooner. I go for that.
Better Jerry Falwell.
Oh yeah, I think so. Oh, let me new. Okay, doke. And this song, this is also on the album. The first song that I wrote for my wife Cindy, I wrote it with a friend named Tim Duggins, who unfortunately died of lung cancer a few years ago. But and my half of the song I was writing about Cindy. We were just dating at the time in college, and so this was a staple of Southern Plains shows throughout, and it still is on my list. River That Flows. The night is over as I lay here in my bed, knowing she's still with me, but it's only in my head. The stars surround me now as if to reaffirm. Although I've seen a lot, I've still a lot to learn. Show me a river that flows. Find me a wise man who knows how far the river flows, which route its waters chose, and will I ever reach the sea? I'd like to tell you what a joy you are to me, but when I'm with you, I am clouded in a dream. The moon is rising and I'm wishing you were here, but since you can't be, I'm just drowning in my tears. Show me a river that flows. Find me a wise man who knows how far the river flows, which route its waters chose, and will I ever reach the sea? Yellow horizon, there is light upon my brow. I can't help wondering, what is she thinking now? Does she still love me? Yes, I see it in her eyes. Or is it what I feel that gives her that disguise? Show me a river that flows. Find me a wise man who knows how far the river flows, which route its waters chose, and will I ever reach the sea? I swam the river that flows. I am the wise man who knows how far the river flows, which route its waters chose, and will I? Now I'm standing in the sea. Show me a river that flows. Find me a wise man who knows how far the river flows, which route its waters chose, and will I ever reach the sea? And will I ever reach the sea? And now I'm standing in the sea. River that flows. Thank you.
We got 6, and they all say howdy watching.
Cool. Okay. She was a level-headed dancer on the road to alcohol, and I was just a soldier on the way to Montreal. She pressed her chest against me about the time that a jukebox spoke, gave me a peck on the back of the neck. These are the words she spoke: blow up your TV, throw away the papers, move to the country, build you a home, build a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try and find Jesus on your own. Well, I sat there at the table and I acted real naive, 'cause I knew that topless lady had something up her sleeve. Well, she danced around the room a while and she did the hoochie coo, sing a song all night long, just telling me what to do. Blow up your TV, throw away the papers, move to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try and find Jesus on your own. Well, I was young and hungry and about to leave that place, and just as I was about to go, well, she looked me in the face. I said, you must know the answers. She said, no, but I'll give it a try. And since that day, we've been living our way, and this is the reason why. Blew up the TV, threw away the papers, moved to the country, built us a home. Well, we had a lot of children, and we fed them on peaches, and they all found Jesus on their own. And they all found Jesus on their own. Spanish pipe dream. Spanish pipe dream. Thank you. I think the first time I heard that song, it wasn't by John. It was by John Denver or somebody. Yeah, I think it was John Denver. And this is, again, off the new album. Cool. I have two favorite pastries: chocolate eclairs and apple fritters. And one morning I had the good fortune to score both. And I ate the chocolate eclair down to the middle. And then I ate the apple fritter down to the middle, and I knew that I was screwed, because there was no way that I could eat from the other end into the middle and have the middle at the end, because it would squish out and whatever, I wouldn't get it. And everybody knows that that's a shame, because the middle is the very best part. Strolling down the highway, I ran into a man. He didn't have a clue, Lord, he didn't have a plan. Wasn't too young and he wasn't too old. Stuck right there in the middle of the road. Well, he didn't move too fast, didn't move too slow. Ask his philosophy and this you were told. It's like chocolate eclairs and apple fritters. When you get to the middle, that's the very best part. It's like ice cream cones and peppermint stick, an aphrodisiac and a cheap, cheap trick. Get too much, it's gonna lose that touch. It's too sweet, it's too sweet, it's too sweet. Now some go high and some go low. Some don't learn anything they don't already know. You start a conversation, they don't know what to say. Stoke up on the video games and play, play, play. Non-committal, he honestly don't care. Read society's columns to know what to wear. It's like chocolate eclairs and apple fritters. When you get to the middle, that's the very best part. It's like ice cream cones and peppermint stick, an aphrodisiac and a cheap, cheap trick. Get too much, it's gonna lose that touch. It's too sweet, it's too sweet, it's too sweet. Some like the legs and some like the bust. Some don't like any woman they can't trust. But if you ask me, I know what I'll say, 'cause I think about sex nearly every day. And you know what I say? It's like chocolate eclairs and apple fritters. When you get to the middle, that's the very best part. It's like ice cream cones, a peppermint stick, an aphrodisiac and a cheap, cheap trick. Get too much, it's gonna lose that touch. It's too sweet, it's too sweet, it's too sweet. Thank you. I love them. Donate, donate, and repeat. But thanks, Jeff. Thanks everybody, really. Okay. When I woke up this morning, things were looking bad. Seems like total silence was the only friend I had. Bowl of oatmeal tried to stare me down and won. It was 12 o'clock before I realized that I was having no fun. But fortunately, I have the key to escape reality. And you may see me tonight with an illegal smile. It don't cost very much, but it lasts a long while. Won't you please tell the man I didn't kill anyone? No, I was just trying to have me some fun. When I last looked at my bankroll, it was getting thin. Sometimes it seems like the bottom is the only place I've been. Drove a rainbow down a one-way street, dead end. All my friends turned out to be insurance salesmen. But fortunately, I have the key to escape reality. And you may see me tonight with an illegal smile. It don't cost very much, but it lasts a long while. Won't you please tell the man I didn't kill anyone? No, I was just trying to have me some fun. Well, I crawled inside my closet with all my overalls. just trying to get away from all the ears inside my walls. Dreamed the police heard every word I thought. What then? When I went to court, the judge's name was Hoffman. But fortunately, I have the key to escape reality. And you may see me tonight with an illegal smile. It don't cost very much, but it lasts a long while. Won't you please tell the man I didn't kill anyone? No, I was just trying to have me some fun. Well done, hot dog buns, Attila the Hun, my sister's a nun. Thank you. Illegal smile. This is, as far as I know, John Prine was obviously an influence. He's wasn't that much older than I am, but this is the first song that I consciously thought I'm going to try to write a song like John Prine. And what I mean by that, because that could mean a lot of things, is where you take a bunch of unrelated things and make them relate, you know, that kind of thing. Hang on. There we go. The song prompt for the song competition at the time. You get the prompt, you have to write a song with it or about it or something having to do with it. And the prompt was, I don't do. And this is what I done. Medium, no weight, make it large. You never know just who's in charge. First it's you, no wait, it's me. Then it's oh, we'll wait and see. Beef, no turkey, no chicken pot pies. Politicians tell the truth, no wait, they lie. Chocolate, no vanilla pie, no cake. For God's sakes, put something on my plate. Fries, Julie, and her fries curled. Welcome to our wishy-washy world. I don't do that, do you do? But if you do, then I do too. I would even do it without my shoes. But if you don't do that, I don't do. If you don't do that, I don't do. Heat no cold, less no more. Rug on the wall or rug on the floor. I'm in love with you, no wait, we're just friends. The story is over, no it just begins. Go to heaven or go to hell. Maybe to a J.C. Penney cell. Take a car, no way to bust. Train, no plane, I'm in a rush. Fries, Julie, and her fries curled. Welcome to our wishy-washy world. I don't do that, do you do? But if you do, then I do too. I would even do it without my shoes. But if you don't do that, I don't do. If you don't do that, I don't do. Why don't you speed up, said the tortoise to the hare. Slow the hell down, said the hare to the mare. This concerns me, no wait, I don't care. The milk is fresh, no wait, it's curdled. Welcome to our wishy-washy world. I don't do that, do you do? But if you do, then I do too. I would even do it without my shoes. But if you don't do that, I don't do. wishy-washy world. Thank you. There you go. Now you happy? All right.
Hey, we got a howdy from Alaska.
Howdy to Alaska. That works really well. Oh yeah. This. Let me get a drink of water. The introduction that John would give to this song, or what he did, was there was some movies back in early days of the 1900s, and about Sabu, the Elephant Boy. And it was a teenager from India, and he would ride around on an elephant, and there would be a family in this town that was having all kinds of problems, and he would ride up on his elephant, and he would hang around for a while, never really do anything. He just hung around until the family solved their own problems, and then he'd ride off on his elephant. And some of the movies did pretty good. This song is about one that didn't do so good. So the producers and people thought, well, let's send this boy on this elephant in the Midwest for a tour, and he'd appear at theaters and shopping centers and stuff and sit out there on his elephant. Well, the boy had never seen the Midwest, much less in the middle of winter. So, and he says at this point, he'd say the song is about twice as long as the song. Sabu visits the Twin Cities alone. The movie wasn't really doing so hot, said the new producer to the old big shot. It's dying on the edge of the great Midwest. Sabu must tour or forever rest. Hey look Ma, here comes the elephant boy, bundled all up in his corduroy, headed down south towards Illinois from the jungles of East St. Paul. The manager sat in his office alone, staring at the numbers on the telephone, wondering how a man can send a child actor to visit in the land of the wind chill factor. Hey look Ma, here comes the elephant boy, bundled all up in his corduroy, headed down south towards Illinois in the jungles of East St. Paul. Sabu was sad, the whole tour stunk. The airlines lost the elephant's trunk. The roadie got the rabies and the scabies and the flu. They was low on morale, but they was high on. Hey, look, Ma, here comes the elephant boy, bundled all up in his corduroy, headed down south towards Illinois, in the jungles of East St. Paul, in the jungles of East St. Paul, in the jungles of East St. Paul. Sabu visits the Twin Cities alone. Thank you much. Down Prime. This would be the song that David was talking about, if you were here for the beginning. And I'm happy that everybody's out there in the YouTube sphere. Thank you for watching. Please donate, which you can do on PayPal, David at poordavidspub.com, Venmo, David-card-12, or by check, make it out to Poor David's Pub, 1313 South Lamar, Dallas, Texas, 75215. And yes. DanRoark.com/music or DanRoark.com/store. The physical stuff is in the store. The other stuff is in music. But DanRoark.com, one-stop shop. Yes, sir. And I do still have some. I want to give a shout out to World's End Brewing in Cannon City, Colorado. I think they have us up on the big screen, and I'd like to tell them that I have some more of the World's End Tour masks with World's End Brewing and their logo and DanRoark.com on the bottom. They are on DanRoark.com store. And now with the business out of the way, well, the business is almost out of the way. This song, if you buy this song, the money also goes to Poor David's Pub, and mainly because the song is called Poor David's Pub. History music in Dallas is hung on the walls. Too many to list, not one if not all. But you would recognize all of their names in music, history's roll call. The Ruby Hot Whiskey River and Mother Blues are gone. Places where the music was all about the song. David's was better then, and it's been here all along. So here's to David Card and Poor David's Pub for bringing us 43 years of live music love. Though too many have gone to the good Lord up above, we can still hear good music at Poor David's Pub. David really is a card in name and sense of the word. He can go from sane to insane and border on the absurd. But when it comes to songwriters, he knows that they're good and books them for a show like a good club owner should. The Ruby Hot Whiskey River and Mother Blues are gone. Places where the music was all about the song. David's was better then, and it's been here all along. So here's to David Card and Poor David's Pub for introducing us to acts that he knew we would love. If you want to hear good music when push comes to shove, you can always hear good music. You can always hear good music at Poor David's Pub. Carlos runs the sound while Samantha Kevin helps out Samantha, Patrol is doer of things. They all make the music and the sound rings, along with the pleasure that live music brings. The Ruby High Whiskey River and Mother Blues are gone, places where the music was all about the song. David's was better then, and it's been here all along. So here's to David Card and poor David's Pub for introducing us to acts that he knew we would love. Though too many have gone to the good Lord up above, we can still hear good music. We can always hear good music. We can always stream good music from poor David's Pub. Poor David's Pub, thank you. Missed you, Troll, I'm telling you, man. I was a boy, my family would travel down to western Kentucky where my parents were born. There's a backwoods old town that's often remembered, so many times that my memories are worn. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train have hauled it away. Sometimes we'd float right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison down by Adria Hill, where the air smelled like snakes and we'd shoot with our pistols, but empty pop bottles was all that we'd kill. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Well, the coal company came with the world's largest shovel, and they tortured the timber and stripped all the land. Then they dug for their coal till the land was forsaken, wrote it all down as the progress of man. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. When I die, let my ashes float down the Green River. Let my soul roll on up to the Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway to heaven with paradise waiting, just 5 miles away from wherever I am. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Paradise, thank you very much. Still sounding good. This is the my daughter's favorite song, of all the songs that I've written. So I like to include it where I can. It's called Poet and a Lady. This is for you, Jennifer. Poet ran into a lady, thought he felt love in the air. He didn't know how the lady felt, just needed someone to care and to care about. Just needed someone to care. And the poet and the lady keep laughing, dealing with the world and themselves. Lady says, well, what's on her mind? And the poet's writing classics for the shelf to sing. And the poet's writing classics for the shelf. Well, the lady was scared, and the poet never dared to say exactly what he felt. So he wrote a song for the world to sing along, so he could deal with the hand that was dealt. 'Cause you can't run a bluff when it isn't enough. And the poet and the lady keep laughing, dealing with the world and themselves. Lady says, well, what's on her mind? And the poet's writing classics for the shelf to sing. And the poet's writing classics for the shelf. Well, the poet wanted to say, I love you, and I'll wait for eternity. But he's eager to please, so he's easy to hurt. Just hopes that she can see. Lord, he just hopes that she can see that togetherness is all that he asks for. Let the future take care of its own. The answer lies in the question, and the chance is no good when it's blown. And the poet and the lady keep laughing, dealing with the world and themselves. Lady says, well, what's on her mind? And the poet's writing classics for the shelf to sing. And the poet's writing classics for the shelf. Most of the classics are about her, and the rest reveal his thoughts that abide in bottles of wine and ribbons of time and the serenity of a wooded mountainside. And the poet and the lady keep laughing, dealing with the world and themselves. Lady says, well, what's on her mind? And the poet's writing classics for the shelf to sing. And the poet's writing classics for the shelf. And the poet and the lady keep laughing. Thank you, poet and the lady. This is a song that of John's that he said that it's about a guy that goes into his head when his wife talks just a little bit too long. He said, I heard about this guy. Why do you always seem to criticize me? Seems like everything I do just turns out wrong. Why don't you just come out and despise me? And I'll pack my bags and baby, I'll be gone. Remember when you used to call me honey? I'd turn around and call you honey too. You may think it's a joke, but it's not funny to hurt the one who's so in love with you. A clown puts his makeup on upside down, so he wears a smile even when he wears a frown. You might think I'm here when you put me down, but actually I'm on the other side of town. My body's in this room with you just catching hell, but my soul is drinking beer down the road a spell. You might think I'm listening to your grocery list, but I'm leaning on a jukebox and I'm about halfway there. A clown puts his makeup on upside down, so he wears a smile even when he wears a frown. You might think I'm here when you put me down, but actually I'm on the other side of town. I'm sitting on my shoulder just behind my ear, playing dominoes and drinking some ice cold beer. When you get through talking, I'll come back downstairs and assume the body of the person you presume who cares. Clown puts his makeup on upside down, so he wears a smile even when he wears a frown. You might think I'm here when you put me down, but actually I'm on the other side of town. In my mind I'm going to the other side of town. In my mind I'm going to the dog racing side of town. Other Side of Town by John Prine. Thank you very much. As we wind up the evening, one last plug, if I may. To donate to Poor David's Pub, PayPal, david@poordavidspub.com, Venmo, David-card-12, and by mail, of course, you make it out to Poor David's Pub. Who else would you make it out to? 1313 South Lamar, Dallas, Texas, 75215. I don't know if you know this or not, but when the Weather Service goes to issue an evacuation notice, they check to see if the Waffle House is closed. And if the Waffle House is closed, they tell everybody to get the hell out of town, because that's bad, because the Waffle House never closes. FEMA actually calls it the Waffle House Index. I call it a good idea for a song. It was a disaster of major proportions. They'd seen nothing like it before. Like Mother Nature was pissed at how she was treated and was evening up the score. Charles and Naomi watched the water rise. They saw it on the news. Naomi didn't get excited. Charles was putting on his shoes. He put some valuables in a suitcase and headed for his clothes. When it came across on the radio that the Waffle House might close. When it came across on the radio that the Waffle House might close. The Waffle House is a mighty fortress, 24 hours they never close. Only when a disaster comes to town does their vulnerability show. So if your world is falling around you, you feel quicksand beneath your toes. You better get the hell out of town if the Waffle House is closed. You better get the hell out of town if the Waffle House is closed. Naomi wasn't one for being paranoid and concerned, but the age that she is getting to now, you'd think she'd finally learn. She had another glass of wine while Charles loaded the boat. Put some food into a cooler and attached everything that would float. The water was rising higher than Naomi ever thought it would. They left out the second floor window, maybe for good. They left out the second floor window, maybe for good. Waffle House is a mighty fortress, 24 hours they never close. Only when a disaster comes to town does their vulnerability show. So if your world is falling around you, you feel quicksand beneath your toes. You better get the hell out of town if the Waffle House is closed. You better get the hell out of town if the Waffle House is closed. They paddled past the treetops, roofs of houses floated by. Supplies were getting perilously low, Naomi started to cry. Okay, you're right, we should have left town when the Waffle House closed down. You win. And because of that, you silly wench, I'll never eat waffles again. And because of that, you silly wench, I'll never eat waffles again. Waffle House is a mighty fortress, 24 hours they never close. Only when a disaster comes to town does their vulnerability show. So if your world is falling around you, you feel quicksand beneath your toes. You better get the hell out of town if the Waffle House is closed. You better get the hell out of town if the Waffle House is closed. You better get your sorry ass out of town if the Waffle House is closed. Hey, what? Fantastic. Hey, Jenny, how are you? Glad to hear from you. And as Rob said, all the ships at sea. Well, I tell you what, since I started with one of mine, it's only fitting that I leave with one of John's. So thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And for all those who have donated, David and I really appreciate it. All of us actually here. So here we go. The last song of the evening by John Prine. I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. The dreams were lightning, thunder were desire. This old house would have burnt down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hang on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. Weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man. That was a long time, no matter how I tried. The years just rolled by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen, I hear 'em here buzzing. I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, and have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Angel from Montgomery. Thanks, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for donating. Thanks, Warren, for doing the video. Carlos for doing the sound. Good night. God bless, and thank y'all.